PK52, the Saturday morning meeting. Hey, welcome all. We are coming out of the backside of COVID-19, and now a whole new situation is in front of us. For all the sales professionals and managers out there listening right now, I've moved all my friends and family members that have asked me for help in buying a car during COVID-19. I've moved them to the dealerships they've bought. They got great deals, they've got great products, and now we're coming out of the backside of this. So everybody knows the big gorilla in the room right now is production. So Toyota is doing everything they can to ramp back up their facilities. But they're not ramping the facilities up like they were a year ago because there's still COVID-19 protocols. So there has to be spacing, there has to be masks, there has to be sanitation. So we will not be back to 100% production for nobody knows how long. Depends on the changing of the protocol. They're doing everything they can to ramp up production, but if you guys look in your pipeline right now, some of you have none. I've spoke to a bunch of my friends out there that are general managers, owners, or running store in a management capacity, and their fears right now, I mean, they're doing well. I mean, it's especially the southern stores, even during COVID-19, the stores have produced record profitability. The people that have worked there have made good money. And so we move through this into a situation now where a customer calls on the phone or does a digital lead and is looking for a Platinum Highlander. And you have the one in stock. They know you have the one in stock because they've looked on your profile and they found out that you have that white one that they actually want. They come in and we program the customers for a very long time to try to buy the car at invoice up or down. So invoice or below or barely over invoice. And so our negotiating started at invoice or below. And now the problem is if I sell you that Platinum Edition Highlander, there's not another one coming. I can't look at my run sheet and go, I've got 2 more coming in the next 30 days. Let's go. Let's take care of the customer and send them down the road. Now I know if I lose that vehicle, that I don't have another one coming. And so what I've said, I've been saying this a bunch of times, maybe everybody's listening now, but the most desirable colors and trim levels and products that we produce right now are going to be in very short supply in a very short period of time. You've already seen it in your lots. You don't have near the amount of inventory. There'll still be some Corollas out there and Camrys out there. We'll have product, but the customer will leave the dealership. You don't meet their expectations in pricing, and an hour later you get a call from another dealership. Oh, you've got a white Platinum Highlander in stock, and we've got something to come back to you. Well, that's the same customer. They've gone to another place. They said, no problem, we can get it for you. Well, there is a problem because I'm not going to dealer trade that vehicle unless there's something that I really need and you have it in your inventory. And so now this becomes a real issue. The volume of profitability of each car sale needs to go up. For the salespeople out there that are 20 plus, 25 plus a month, you need to look at this situation as maybe the volume comes down a little bit, but the profitability goes up. If you've been in the business as long as I have, you've seen it. You're either in a transition where gross profit is higher and volume is down, or gross profit is down and volume goes up. Well, we're right now in that transition because of product availability. For the dealers and the managers out there listening to you right now, I know you've already been told. I'll say it again. I've been saying it for 3 months. You have to ramp up your used car inventory. You have to make offers for people in your service drive that are driving desirable cars that you want right now. You got a lead on a customer on a brand new RAV4. Don't think they're not going to buy a 2016 RAV4 out of your used car or certified car inventory. Just because they're looking at a new vehicle. It was funny, and let me just call him by name today because I had a chance to talk to him. I talked to Marcus Stone at Ed Martin Toyota, and you know how I love those guys out there and how they've really done a tremendous display, which has enhanced the salespeople's ability to have a conversation with the customer. And Marcus and I both agree right now The investigation part of the road to the sale is paramount now. Customers looking for a brand new vehicle, just a simple question would be, can you tell me why you're replacing your current vehicle? Well, it's got 185,000 miles on it, and I want something, newer with more technology and everything because I'm worried down the road that, it may start costing me money. Okay, so that's a new car customer that's driven a car for 185,000 miles. Don't be surprised if that customer doesn't look at your 15 and 16 inventory when they get to the dealership, or if you present it to them digitally. So we have to be very smart, because two things are going to happen, and I'm going to finish up with these two things. I'm not trying to be Victor the Predictor here. I'm just telling you, you're going to run out of the desirable new car inventory. Everybody in the whole United States. For the northern states up there, for the Northwest and the Northeast, when you guys are still locked down right now, and the South is running right now, and they're selling cars like they've not sold for a while, and they're really rocking. By the time you guys open up, the pipeline, or what you have on the ground, is really what you're going to have. So you have to look at buying at auctions and expand your auctions, go all over the United States, but now the auction prices are going to go up. So we are entering a peak of limited product. So that means when a customer contacts you and you've done everything you can, and they don't show up, or they come to the dealership and you don't meet their price expectations, do not throw that opportunity away. Because 2 or 3 weeks down the road, when they've been looking everywhere and they realize that they were a little disappointed with the price that you stuck on, they realize now that your price was absolutely in line with everybody else, or that nobody else has the product that they want. That 3 weeks later, that is not a dead deal. That customer is still your customer. So dig in for the long haul with every customer. It is going to be every customer over the next 6 months is going to be extremely important. If you've got a customer, do not let them go. I hope this helps in preparation. Ask questions. Hey, let me ask you a question. In the vehicle that you're going to buy next, what are the features on that vehicle that are going to be super important to you? And you can start with the things that you love about what you're driving right now, and if you could, what things you would have added to that. And now the customer has a conversation. Well, here are the list of the things that I have to have. That opens up so many different vehicles on your lot than the one that they resourced, and we're looking at that singular vehicle. Give yourself an option to be able to sell because of their end result, not because of their choice of product. You may end up selling them something that's going to work for them so much better than what they're looking at, because you're the expert. You are the reason they're going to say yes. Become that expert and listen. I'll throw old school at you. Here it comes, man. I hate to be old school with you, but the rule of twos. You have 2 eyes, you have 2 ears, and you have one mouth. So in the next 6 months, look and listen twice as much as you talk. Hear what they're saying, hear what their body language is saying, and realize that they wouldn't be in contact with you if they didn't want a vehicle. PK52, the Saturday Morning Meeting.